Can Dak win a Super Bowl in 4 years?
No, I don't think so with Jerry Jones as the owner. He's an enormous distraction. Like, how many times have you seen Jerry Jones having a press conference talking stuff about, and they just, they just lost a close game. They just won a close game. The thing about Jerry that's interesting to me is usually people like him with huge egos are thin-skinned, are easily, that's not Jerry. Jerry got thick skin. Jerry's not he's not worried about your criticism and everything. He might try and change your mind, but he's not sensitive to it like a lot of people in his position might be. But in a way, that's bad because it means he'll keep doing things the same way he's done them, creating a distraction for the team. And I don't think it's coincidental that they haven't won in a quarter century.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you because I think that if you tell me that Jerry's moves as the de facto as the GM, basically, he's a GM and all that stuff, that I can go with that. But Jerry talking to the media on off days, Jerry talking to the media after the games, I don't think that has a negative effect or an impact on the players. I think picking the wrong coach will do that to you. I think that signing the wrong dudes to exorbitant contracts will do that to you. But when we look at the Dallas Cowboys personnel, we thought that they would win the NFC East. We thought they were the best team in the division. We looked at them particularly coming off a playoff loss to the Los Angeles Rams. We thought that they had more potential and there was no excuse whatsoever for them to lose the way that they lose. And then when they did it, or in the throes of doing so, we saw Jason Garrett drop the ball. We saw Kellen Moore drop the ball. We saw them forgetting to give Ezekiel Elliott the ball. We've seen plays where the last play of the game, Amari Cooper, wasn't even on the damn field, and he's your number one receiver. We've seen a whole bunch of stuff that transpired that has to do with coaching. I don't think anybody would accuse Mike McCarthy of not being able to coach. He's a pretty decent coach. He's no Bill Belichick, but he's a pretty decent coach. He's a Super Bowl champion, all right? He kind of knows what he's doing, and I think that as a result of it, whether the Cowboys win or lose, as it pertains to Jerry Jones running his mouth, I think that has zero impact. And I think that when you look at Dak Prescott, you give him the personnel, I think in 4 years, he has a chance to get it done.
Yeah, I'd hate to have to side with my good friend Stephen A., but I have to roll with Stephen A. on this one, on Max. I'm sorry, you're going to take the L. Jerry Jones doesn't call the plays. Jerry Jones is not in the press box dialing down, telling Jason Garrett, hey, man, don't get a ball to Ezekiel Elliott. He's not, don't put Amari Cooper on the field. He's not doing that. He's not making in-game decisions. That's all part of coaching. One of the reasons Bill Parcells left the Dallas Cowboys is because Jerry became somewhat of a meddling owner, general manager around unnecessarily in the locker rooms doing halftime, talking, or in the locker room after a game giving speeches unnecessarily. So therefore, Bill decided, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. Jerry's going to always be there, always has been there, has done a tremendous job of bringing talent to the Dallas Cowboys, re-signing guys. And I understand Dak Prescott wants money, and he should get the money that he wants. Now, the length of the contract and all those sort of things, really, if it's a 4-year deal or a 7-year deal or a 6-year deal, it's all about how much guaranteed money are you giving me in the first 3 years of the deal. That's the point. Are you going to let me surpass Jared Goff? Are you going to give me 115 when Jared Goff gets 110? Are you giving me 75% of that money in the first 12 months? That's the deal he's looking for.
You think the 4 years is about the money, not potentially to have an out so he could have the freedom to go somewhere else if he wants to?
No, because no, I think it's about more about the money.
Okay.
How much of the guarantee are you giving me? Are you willing to give me $37 million a year, $150 million over those 4 years, and guarantee 130 and give me 100 of that in the first 12 months? Are you willing? That's the conversations that they're having.
Let me say, I agree with the points you two are making in terms of the hierarchy of what's most important. You're identifying, both of you identifying things more important than an owner talking in a press conference.
Doesn't do anything.
You can't say it doesn't do anything.
Does nothing.
Put it this way,
nothing.
look at Super Bowl winners. Generally, those are organizations free of those sorts of distractions. When Jerry goes on, like, for example,
and I'm going to stop you right there. Let me stop you for a minute, Max, right there. None of those owners know football. They don't know football.
Okay.
Jerry Jones knows football.
That may be, but that may be
a bad
football,
thing. So he knows
a little
football,
knowledge
so
is dangerous.
He can get out there and talk to y'all when y'all in front of him.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Cowboys say something like, we're not going to negotiate, or we're working on and then Jerry Jones will go out and say, hey, we don't need a rushing leader in order to win a Super Bowl. He's sending a message to Zeke Elliott, but then he pays him the money. Or Jason Garrett's seat is safe, but then he says, would you be interested in this college coach? Yes, I'd be very interested.
That's who he is, though.
I understand. And that's correlated to the fact they haven't won in 25 years.
And Zeke was going to always get his money from Jerry.
What about when the
Hold
college coach is available?
Hold on, Max. I understand that it was a long time ago.
Another one.
All right, when they won the Super Bowl. I mean, you won 2 Super Bowls. Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Barry Switzer replaces Jimmy Johnson. You take a year if you lose to San Francisco when Deion was there. Then you come back, acquire Deion, and you go. In other words, what I'm saying is his mouth, his willingness to be in front of the camera, to pontificate about certain things, it didn't affect those players then. I'm saying to you is that it's about the players.
Yes.
And I got news for you, Max. Listen, I joke around because I talk about my Libra brother. Jerry Jones a cool dude, man. I mean, he's a very very likable guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to Jerry Jones, I mean, he's like, I like the guy. He's pretty damn cool. And if you're making the wrong decisions, picking the wrong coach, picking the wrong players, I got that. But don't tell me that the right players are on the field, right? But Jerry Jones giving post-game interviews or talking during the week is affecting them. That is not the issue.
Watch this. Why was Jason Garrett there an extra year than he needed?
I just finished saying having the wrong coach.
But why?
Because Jerry loves him.
Because that was Jerry's dude.
Right.
No, why was McCarthy hired?
He didn't want to make a decision to get rid of Jason at the time that he thought the team potentially was headed in the right direction. He didn't want to do it. That's just not.
Right, but that's cost him a season. In other words, if they had a better coach. All right, so now let's look at this season. Why do they have McCarthy as head coach?
This team right now is better off right now as a team than they were a year ago.
Yeah, way better than where they are now if they would have had a different coach last year.
But once again, that's not about Jerry Jones' mouth. That's about his decisions. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.